Hey there. So let's talk about the Lydian scale today. Okay. So if we take the key of C, right, then the Lydian scale is essentially a major scale but with a sharpened fourth. So this is your C major scale right here, from the sixth string, 8th fret. We're simply going to change this F and turn it into an F sharp, right? And this F will become an F sharp there. So we end up with. Okay, it's got a pretty nice and sort of mellow sound to it. What we're going to try and do is when you're trying to sort of voice this kind of a sound, right? We are essentially going to try and emphasize on the characteristic note, specifically the sharp 11, right? So the first chord, including the available tension of the Lydian mode, is essentially a major 7th with a sharp 11, right? So that's the usual voicing that we use. One way of looking at this voicing is essentially like a E, not an E, but rather like a B sus4 with C in the root, right? So B sus4 with C in the root. That's what we have. So now, what if we try to maybe take some other triads from this particular diatonic chart? Like for instance, the F sharp diminished is there, right? So that you can have it here, and then add C in the root. C on top here, and you already end up with a sort of like a characteristic voicing, so to speak. And when you analyze that F sharp diminished, you basically have F sharp, A, and C, right? So the F sharp is sharp 11 in the key of C. The A is your 13, and then the C is your root. Right. And then you can maybe add a major 7 with it. You can add a 9 with it. You can add the 3rd to it. Right. If you want, you can even add a 5th over here. It will be a little bit of a stretch, but all of these are different voicings. And when you move around these notes here and there, when you try different inversions, like let's say here's another inversion of the F sharp diminished right here. Right? I add the C in the root. There you go. I can add a B here. There's a 9 on top. Right? What else can I do? What if I add the 5th here? Let's say you have found these voicings, now you're trying to solo over them. You can sort of target notes within these voicings as well. Right? Let's say this particular F sharp diminished right here, right? What if you do something like this? This is another thing you can try doing. You can keep the root as it is, and then you can use maybe the 6 and the 11 in the voicing and just play these 3 notes. That also gives you the sound of that Lydian, right? You can try finding it in another position. Like say you have one here, you have one here. So this is like a really spread out voicing, just 3 notes, but it somewhat sounds big, right? If it makes it a little for you to sort of remember the whole sharp 11 and everything, you can also look at the C Lydian as a G major scale. Because a C Lydian is actually nothing but a G major scale from the 4th degree, right? So G major scale. Same thing if you start playing from the C. Right, you can play it here as well.